Tonight, here on Boxing After Dark, a heavyweight doubleheader featuring one of the sport's top young heavyweights, Michael Grant, regarded by many as the heir apparent. Tonight, he's facing the rugged veteran Lou Savarese. That'll be preceded by Maurice Harris, a last-minute throw-in, taking on knockout sensation and possible heavyweight contender Jeremy Williams in the theater at Madison Square Garden in New York. And while tomorrow brings for New Yorkers the cold prospect of the continuing slow execution of the Knicks by the San Antonio Spurs, tonight, welcome aboard for some boxing heat as four heavyweights grapple to see who will seize center stage in the continuing competition to find new contenders for the heavyweight throne. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Lampley. We welcome you tonight to what might be one of the most significant cards ever in the 3.5-year history of Boxing After Dark. Significant because Michael Grant already wears among boxing media the identity of heir apparent, maybe the number 3 or the number 2 man in the heavyweight division, maybe the man most likely to take the throne after Lennox Lewis somewhere steps aside. But while there are continuing problems in the negotiation for a possible Lewis-Holyfield rematch, Lewis himself has flown across the ocean to be here at ringside tonight and has already held a news conference earlier in the evening to make the point that if in fact no fight can be made with Holyfield, he's ready to move his business forward and fight the winner of tonight's main event between Grant and Savarese. So the winner of that fight has at least a chance of fighting for the heavyweight title. At the very least, he's a pawn in the ongoing negotiations for a title fight. Before that, we had expected to see knockout sensation Jeremy Williams as a heavy underdog against the much more highly regarded Hasim Rahman. But Monday of this week, just 5 days ago, Rahman suddenly dropped out of the fight, citing a back injury, which many around here believe is suspect. And now Williams goes from heavy underdog to overwhelming favorite against last-minute throw-in Maurice Harris, whose new handlers at Top Rank Promotions say he's the best fighter in the heavyweight division with 9 losses on his record. No losses so far on the record of boxing analyst Larry Merchant, who joins us once again here on Boxing After Dark. Larry, I mentioned that in the eyes of many insiders in the boxing world, Grant already wears the mantle of best young upcoming heavyweight. When is the general public likely to join in and get on the Grant bandwagon?
Well, first, Jim, I think the marquee name geezers, meaning Holyfield, Lewis, and Tyson, have to keep fighting in different fights, and there'll be a stampede off of their bandwagons. Next, the new kids on the block have to keep making their case. And if they do by the year 2000, which isn't that far away, then the geezers will find suddenly that they have a real 3YK problem. 3 young knockout artists are chasing them. In addition to Grant, there's Ike Abeabuchi, who may be the most talented, if not the most stable of the 3, and David Tua, who has actually earned a mandatory shot at the title. Tonight, it's Michael Grant's turn to pull the bandwagon.
And we'll see if Grant can seize the spotlight later tonight, or if Jeremy Williams has already stolen it in the preliminary fight with his left hook knockout power. Not much is known, incidentally, about Williams' opponent, Maurice Harris, but one of the things that makes light heavyweight champion Roy Jones the expert here on Boxing After Dark is that he knows Harris. In fact, he's sparred with him. So you've been in the ring with the guy. What chance does he have to upset Williams' apple cart?
Maurice Harris has a brilliant chance of upsetting Williams. The main reason is because Maurice Harris has one of the best straight right hands in the business of boxing. Jeremy Williams has a suspicious chin, as we all know. Anytime you have a guy with a suspicious chin fighting a hard puncher, then you have a chance for an upset. So be on the lookout for that big right hand from Maurice Harris.
All right, it's the Harris right hand against the Williams left hand in what could be a fireworks show. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Jeremy Williams in 1992 was an amateur star at 178 pounds. He went immediately to heavyweight and has been over 210 for quite some time. Weighs in tonight at 217. 3 years older than Harris, who's been fighting as a pro since he was 17 years old and has a 2-inch reach advantage here. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Jeremy Williams-Maurice Harris fight is scheduled for 10 rounds using the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. Of course, no titles involved. The standing 8 count is in effect. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. The referee or the doctor can stop the fight, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 10th and final round. Jim.
Thank you very much, Harold. We told you that Harris is promoted by Top Rank Boxing. Therefore, he fought 4 weeks ago on the undercard of Oscar De La Hoya and Obakar in Las Vegas, knocking out Luis Monaco in 1 round that night. Says he stayed in the gym, stayed in shape, and is ready for this unlikely last-minute opportunity.
Well, somebody out there is hoping that he's another Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver had a 14-8 record, if my memory serves, when he challenged Larry Holmes in the big room at the Garden, nearly knocked him out, and later went on to win a heavyweight title.
Harris has one of the real good regional trainers in the sport in Tommy Parks, who has been taking care of him in a New Jersey gym. Here's a closer look at hopeful Maurice Harris.
He has actually sparred with a heavyweight champion, Lennox Lewis, and Roy Jones, the former middleweight and the current undisputed light heavyweight champion. He lost a highly disputed 10-round decision to Larry Holmes in this ring a couple of years ago. And as Jim pointed out, he should be in near top shape because he fought very recently.
Jeremy Williams, when first signed out of the amateurs in 1992 by former Mike Tyson manager Bill Gayton, was penciled in to inherit the role that Tyson had held as the knockout sensation of the division. It hasn't always worked out that way. He's had 2 big stumbling blocks. His losses to boxer Larry Donald and 6'8" anomaly Henry Akinwande. He says he just didn't know how to fight a guy with Akinwande's frame at that time. Since then, 8 consecutive knockouts.
What he says, Jim, is that he used to think only like a knockout fighter and a brawler. Now he's learned that fighting the big guys in the heavyweight division, he has to respect their strength and power, and that he is starting to be a little bit more resourceful as a boxer. We'll see.
Strong corner, as you see, with Ronnie Shields, the trainer, and Lou Duva assisting. Closer look at Jeremy Williams of Long Beach, California.
A very interesting background. His father is a black Syrian. His mother is Irish. He speaks multiple languages. And as Jim noted again, he has had 9 straight KOs, but don't ask who he was fighting against.
And now let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New York City's Madison Square Garden, where tonight, main events in association with your undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Present professional boxing for your entertainment, sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission. The 3 judges assigned at ringside to score this first bout, scoring on a 10-point must system, will be Melvina Lathan, Fred Ucci, and Steve Weisfeld. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Arthur Mercanti Jr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Madison Square Garden, 10 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red trimmed with white and weighing in at 205 pounds. His professional record is 14 victories with 9 knockouts, 9 defeats with 2 draws. He comes to us from Newark, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Maurice Harris. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing gray and weighing in at 217 pounds. His professional record, 34 victories, including 31 by knockout with only 2 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, from Long Beach, California, here is Jeremy Williams.
Good evening, gentlemen. You received the rules early in the locker room. I expect a nice, clean fight. Touch gloves. Good luck to the both of you.
Jeremy Williams, Jim, is not that highly regarded, certainly in the elite levels of heavyweight boxing. But for one reason or another, Ika Beabuchi and Hasim Rahman had opportunities to fight him, and for very good purses. And they found reasons not to.
Judge ready.
He does have a big left hook.
And that could have been the reason. Williams is known to be a fast starter. Watch for the left hook early. Williams also has, as Roy Jones pointed out, a questionable chin. Let's see if Harris has a plan for that early on. Maurice Harris, a rangy fighter, and you see him trying to stick the jab early. Jeremy Williams trying to learn how to fight less upright, how to bob and weave a little more, how to bend his knees and fight like the smaller man instead of like the bigger man.
But he's fighting like the bigger man here, Jim, because he is the bigger man. Harris at 6'4" and 205 does not have the build of a real heavyweight. We'll see if he's got that right hand of a real heavyweight that Roy referred to.
Roy's touted his right hand. Last right hand I heard Roy talking about like that was Vince Phillips. And he sent Costa Zewin to Never Neverland with him.
Well, the only problem here tonight is that Maurice is already letting Jeremy come in and get off too much. Jeremy is trying to show Maurice that he is the man and he's going to try to stay there tonight.
Body shots by Williams. Uppercut inside by Maurice Harris. Vicious body shots with the right hand by Jeremy Williams, and Harris seems a little taken back by the early aggression.
Yes, he does.
And perhaps the occasion as well, although right in this ring he fought Larry Holmes 2 years ago when he was just 21, and Holmes was what, 82?
That's the last time Harris appeared on television. A week ago, the last thing Harris would have expected is that he'd be on HBO tonight. Left hook lands for Harris and momentarily stops Williams from punching. Now Jeremy comes back, starting behind the jab.
Slipped those punches very nicely.
Right hand lands for Harris. Williams comes back with a straight left.
Williams took that right hand very good, though.
You don't want to take too many of them.
Harris with another right hand. I'm not sure Harris has yet landed the A+ right hand. He's at least gotten the B+ in there, though, and as you said, Jeremy took it pretty well. There's another cracking right hand by Maurice Harris as Williams comes inside.
And Jeremy's landing a good overhand right himself. Looks to be a cut or a red mark over Jeremy's left eye.
Yep, trickle of blood around Williams' left eye. Harris sees it and begins doubling up on punches as round one comes to an action-filled close.
Listen to me. Go ahead, open up a little bit. Listen to me, all right? Now look, take your time, all right?
Nice and easy, nice and easy.
Just stay with the jab, stay with the jab. Walk around with this guy, all right? All right? Yes, look, listen. Hands high, move the head a little bit, relax a little bit. Trying to rush yourself. Okay. Don't rush yourself with this guy. Okay. Come on now. That was a good round.
Level of intensity, right? When you get inside, though, bang them into the body. Give me some water. Yup. I see it. That's nice. Let's get nice.
I know you're going to get him. I see you shooting that right hand with death on it.
That's it. Just relax. When that left hook,
do what your man tell you. That
left hook comes to that bar, this thing is going to
Shooting the right hand with death on it. Never heard that one before, Roy.
That's what it has on it, though.
Is that death with a TH or death with an E? I mean, an F.
Oh, boy.
Well, if it puts you to sleep, it's both.
High death.
Jeremy can't stay outside and allow Maurice this much room to throw this right hand, though. Jeremy should stay inside like he was doing with him earlier.
Such a dramatic change for Williams. As of Monday or Tuesday, he was still expecting to fight Hasim Rahman. Rahman is bigger than Williams, has a long jab that Williams would have labored to get inside. It was a whole different kind of fight than the one he winds up with against Harris.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he would have wanted to stay outside with Rahman either because, like you said, Rahman is bigger, has a longer jab. So I think either way, Jeremy would have had to be the inside fighter. And right here tonight, he needs to be the inside fighter, for sure.
Working to get inside here. 1 minute into round two. Maurice Harris looking for an opportunity to drop in that straight right hand.
Clean now.
Well, after that initial onslaught in the first half of the first round, Harris has shown some nice poise here.
That's why Jeremy can't stay outside right there. He's hurt out on his feet right now. He can't stay outside because it's going to get him beat.
Right hand did the damage. Jeremy Williams wobbling against the ropes. Maurice Harris looking for a giant upset.
Well, I thought Harris even wobbled a little bit when he went to the corner at the end of the first round.
You mean Williams?
I mean Williams.
Yeah, I thought so too, Larry, but he can't fight outside here. If he fights outside, he's going to get caught with that big right hand soon.
Jeremy Williams with a behind-the-back connect.
Is that against the rules?
Well, McCanny didn't like it.
That cut has opened up now, too.
And it is directly above the left eye where it could impair Jeremy's vision if the blood starts to flow. Right hand lands for Williams there.
And blood comes from Harris's nose.
Yeah. Product, I believe, of that Williams right hand over the top.
Either that or the uppercut.
The fact that Harris was unable to take advantage of Williams when Williams was clearly wobbled suggests to me that maybe he's really not in the kind of shape where he was willing to expend enough energy to see if he could get it all done.
And perhaps with an eye toward that, Jeremy Williams starts going back to the body.
There you see early in the round where Williams was hurt right in here on the ropes. That uppercut seemed to wobble him. You can see him leaning back against the ropes, still aware of what's going on. And later on you see this behind the back punch. If he loses tonight, maybe the Knicks could use him in the back court.
When you get close, you got to hit this guy in the body. But you got to throw uppercuts at the guy now. He's leaning down on you now. Okay? This guy huffing and puffing already now, okay? Come on, give me some water. Give me some water. Okay. Now look, beat this guy on the arm. Beat his arms down. Beat his arms down and walk him around with the guy. Give me some feints. Feints and walk him out. Okay? No problem. Feints and walk him out.
You heard Ronnie Shields' observation that he believes that Harris is having some kind of problem with his conditioning.
Harold, how'd you score it through two?
Jim, I got a 10-10, 19-19. I thought Jeremy was just too busy in the first 2 minutes of the first round. I thought he won that. But the second round, I thought Maurice Harris won when he hurt him with that right hand. The trouble with Maurice Harris, and this is what kills the judges, is he doesn't fight 3 minutes of a round. A lot of times he dogs it when he should be punching. And, you know, you have to make a decision. Did he do enough at the time that he fought?
He also looks like he's running out of gas a little bit here in round number 3.
Yes, he does, which suggests that he may not be in the condition that we think he would be in coming off of a fight 4 weeks ago.
Maybe he took a couple weeks off and didn't tell us about it because, of course, he wants to put the best possible face on his participation here.
Well, I tell you what, Jeremy Williams is doing a good job of throwing body shots to make sure he helps that conditioning problem if there is one. He's throwing very good body shots.
Hard right hand by Williams turns Harris's head to the side. And the blood continues to flow from Harris's nose. And now in round 3, it's all Jeremy Williams as Harris is not getting off at all. As a little left inside by Harris, the first landed punch for him in a while. Blood all over his face. Some of the blood from Jeremy's left eye, although they've done a pretty good job in his corner on that.
Most of it is from his own nose, Jim.
Yep, you're right. Harris stalking and looking to land one big right hand and turn it back around. But so far, it's been a big round for Jeremy Williams, and he slams the left hook through the guard.
He's throwing a big left hook, too.
Double left jab for Jeremy Williams.
He's much busier. He's not giving Maurice a chance to get off now, and that's the way he should have been fighting. He can't win the fight fighting outside. He needs to be inside.
He has totally put Harris on the defensive in this round.
His body shots are causing some wear and tear too.
Fight scheduled for 10 rounds.
Stop sizing him up.
We're only in the third, and already Maurice Harris shows signs of flagging. Here's a quick right hand over the top by Harris. Just missed a tiny bit short. Could have turned things totally back around if he'd landed it on the button. Comes to a close. Big round for Jeremy Williams. Coming up in the next bout, you'll see the heir apparent in the heavyweight division, or at least the man largely identified by media that way, Michael Grant, against veteran Lou Savarese. Savarese thinks he has a terrific chance to score the upset here tonight. Grant, when first he arrived here an hour and a half ago, was wisecracking with the television announcers, and for Michael Grant, he looks very loose and relaxed tonight.
Bang this guy to the body, make it easy for you. When you miss a right hand to the head or you hit it right into the head, come back with a left hook to the body.
Try so hard for a knockout. Set him up. Relax.
All right?
They're boxing beautiful out there, baby.
Give me a deep breath, lay down slow. Look, you ain't great shape. This guy not in no damn shape. Jump, get out.
Jeremy Williams, well known for his left, but he can also throw the right. Later in the round, he gave him something of the left.
Seconds out. Seconds out. Let's go. You got to help me, my
Jeremy
friend.
Williams doubling Maurice Harris in power shots in the third round, landing 14 to only 7 for Harris. And Jeremy Williams comes out trying to keep the pressure on as round 4 begins. Jabbing, bobbing, and weaving inside and going to Harris's body. And again, the blood begins to flow from the left nostril of Maurice Harris. Harris fighting with his mouth open here in the 4th round and appearing to gasp for breath. There's a straight right hand by Harris that stems the tide for a moment, and Williams is wobbling again.
He hurt bad, Jim. He hurt very bad there.
And now Harris goes back on the offensive, and Williams fires a counter left and then wobbles off the ropes.
He's hurt very bad.
His legs are not there.
Yeah, he's hurt very bad, but Harris is so tired that he may not be able to capitalize on it.
Harris lands another right. Lands an uppercut. Williams not throwing. Upset in the making.
He's too tired to capitalize, I think.
This is the second time in the fight that Maurice Harris has had Jeremy Williams going, and the second time in the fight that Williams is going to survive because Harris doesn't have the ammunition to keep throwing.
He just doesn't have the condition to keep going.
We've still got a long way to go in this round.
That's extra body shot. You have to be careful, though.
The uppercut got him.
He let him lay on him.
That could be the turning point.
He's letting Jeremy lay on him.
Well, he's a very inexperienced fighter despite 23 pro fights, but he's got him going now. And maybe Williams doesn't survive.
Williams should take a count right now. Should go to his knee.
The
Give
way Lou
himself a blow.
Savarese did against Lance Whitaker a few months ago. Williams could really use the rest. Harris's arms are dead tired.
Well, he's trying to get by on sheer professionalism and grit right now, Williams.
You're right about one thing, Roy. Harris has dynamite in his right hand.
I told you that.
Clock tells the story as Jeremy Williams tries to last out the 4th round.
He's dead tired, Jim. Maurice Harris is dead tired.
Can't do it. Williams is going to make it out of the round.
Jeremy, come on, raise up. Get the mouthpiece, Joe.
Feel right? Yeah. All right, look, this guy's dead.
Look, this guy punched himself out now. Listen to me, damn it, listen. Listen to me.
in here. Put the this guy's punched out. This guy's dead out there.
He's dead. Just you worry just about the body now. A good shot to head once in a while, but the body's going to kill him.
Where's the towel? Take your towel and dry his face off.
Where's the towel?
Give that towel.
Jeremy Williams is fighting for his professional life in this round. Hurt several times there by a left uppercut. Every punch you can get hurt by, he got hurt by in that round.
Suck it up.
The folks at Top Rank look pretty good right now. Floyd Mayweather Jr. helped to convince them to take a chance on a heavyweight who had 13 wins and 9 losses. And right now, Maurice Harris has a chance to make them look like geniuses if he can go ahead and knock out Jeremy Williams. He's been very close on 2 occasions.
He just has to hope his conditioning doesn't come back to haunt him. That's the main reason he has 9 losses on his record now. Conditioning.
Are you saying he didn't like to train when you knew him and sparred with him?
Well, I just don't think he took the sport serious enough to train every day.
That's what he says, too. He was well into his career and already had 7 losses before he realized he could be good.
I got it. Don't tell me my job. I got it.
Another thudding right hand for Harris. He's got Williams going again. Jeremy Williams has got to find a way to block or slip Maurice Harris's right hand. If he keeps eating it, he won't be here all night.
As long as he let Maurice get off from the outside, Maurice is going to hit him with the right hand. Jeremy has to get inside and neutralize that right hand. He can't neutralize the right hand from the outside.
So his mistake is to back up. Every time he backs up and puts distance between himself and Harris, he's increasing Harris's chances.
To hit him with the big right hand.
He should be stepping forward, not back. Awfully hard when you're eating leather to walk through it instead of away from it. Harris lands another right.
Harris is showing some heart, though, because he's dead tired here. Good body shot by Jeremy Williams.
Stop holding now.
As you watch Maurice Harris giving Jeremy Williams all the fight he can possibly handle. You have to wonder what Hasim Rahman and Ike Beabuchi are thinking.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
That's a good hook here body by Maurice Harris. He hurt Jeremy to the body bad. But Jeremy is trying to get busier here.
Beabuchi turned down $575,000 to fight Jeremy Williams.
It was even more than that, Jim, because his promoter even wanted to give him some money. But Ike Beabuchi has some strange ideas of how much money he should be earning.
Put your head over here.
But you want to know something? You got to pay a little attention to your corner here.
Maurice,
get that
off my throat.
Took my
You got to bang him to the body. Okay? Take your
Maurice Harris is getting $40,000.
Now look, nice job, Doc. Nice job. Maurice, in the clinches, right? Don't leave your head right in the middle. Get your arms on the inside.
Combination. When you finish punching, step around the guy. Don't just stand right in front of the guy.
Come on, you gotta.
If you're on the outside, use the jab.
Come on, this guy's more
Come on,
shit
now,
than
let's
you
go.
are out there for Christ.
Come on, now. Come on.
Come on. 6.
Come on, now move your hands, all right?
Come on, let me see you punch now. Come on.
Get down. Wipe up that water, please. Get that water, please. Thank you.
Roy Jones, I see Harris looking over at you between rounds, and I get the sense that it inspires him to be fighting in front of you.
Well, what he said was, I got him, Roy. I got him.
And he has him with another right hand to start the 6th. Quickly, Harold, how do you have it through 5?
Jim, 4-2, 48-46, Maurice Harris. Give him an extra point in round 4 without a knockdown. He certainly almost had him out. He certainly deserves that extra point.
Keep it clean, fellas.
So Harris in control on the Letterman scorecard. Harris with a 49-34 edge in power shots by CompuBox numbers through 5. Harris carrying the day after having taken this fight fewer than 5 days ago.
See, this is Jeremy's mistake. He can't beat Harris outside there. He cannot beat Harris fighting outside like that.
Because you give Harris a chance to take a full swing with that right hand.
Too much room to punch. Just like that. Way too much room to punch.
If Harris keeps getting to throw that right hand, Jeremy Williams is going to go to sleep at some point along the way.
If he keeps giving him all that room, he's going to continuously get hit with that right hand. Jeremy, too short of the two fighters, he needs to get inside and try to punish Maurice Harris's body. He must be hurt again because he's on the move.
Step back, quick. Watch your hands. Keep it clean. That's it.
Well, there you go. Jeremy Williams, who was a huge puncher throughout his amateur career, still struggles as a heavyweight to learn to fight as the smaller man. He's here against a taller fighter, and he keeps standing outside and giving him range.
Yeah, but that was a good right hand by Jeremy Williams just now. A very good right hand.
Step back. Just keep it clean now.
Solid left hook by Maurice Harris. Williams wobbled again. Boy, that left hook was thrown with as much power as his right cross.
He has good punches in both hands, Jim.
Can those punches hurt a real big, tough heavyweight, Roy?
Yes, they can. He has that Muhammad Ali speed on him. Speed can hurt anything. If I ever do go up to the heavyweight division, I'll show you.
Well, would you fight him as your first heavyweight, Roy?
Fight who, Maurice?
Yeah. If he wins tonight?
Well, he doesn't have a title. What's in it for me to gain from Maurice?
So you're only going to fight title holders?
More than likely.
They're big. They're bigger than Maurice.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Crowd getting its money's worth. Great. It isn't Williams against Hasim Rahman. From the standpoint of sheer entertainment, it may be much better.
I believe it is.
Oh! Williams is exhausted, Roy.
Yes, he is.
3 rounds ago, it was Harris's conditioning which was the issue. Now Williams is out on his feet from exhaustion.
Hey, Joe. Right there?
Come on, man. Look. Yeah. Look. We're at the point now. Look.
Right here is the story of the fight, which is that Harris has been able to nail Williams with those right hands. The other part of the story is that Harris has taken Williams' punches pretty well.
Very well to be, what, 12 pounds lighter?
Yep, 12 pounds light is right.
Give me. Do it this way. Nice job, corner. Nice job.
Thank you.
Maurice. Yeah, don't stand right in front.
Nice job, corner. Nice job.
Okay?
Okay, come on.
Come on, now, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. This guy tired as hell. Look at her.
Steve, what are you at, 7?
Jeremy Williams is going to have to win, at least 3 of the next 4 rounds and maybe do something dramatic, get a knockdown or a knockout, because he's fallen well behind.
Round 7 of a scheduled 10.
He can't win him fighting outside, Larry.
But when he came inside, he was nailed with some punches, so...
But that's where he does his most damage, right there, when he's punching on the inside.
Jab.
7th. It's been 4 years since Jeremy Williams went more than 7 rounds. He went 9 with Everton Davis in 1995. So this is quite a workout for Williams, much more than he might have expected going in against Maurice Harris with a record of 14 wins, 9 losses. As we mentioned, Harris was billed to us by his promoters as the best 14-9 fighter in the heavyweight division. The question now becomes, is he the best 14-9 heavyweight of all time?
Oh, good left hook.
Just missed with the left hook that would have ended it. Now Williams with a brutal left hook to the body.
Williams punches don't have the same steam that they had on him earlier, though.
Nope.
Oh, nice and clean. That's the way to be.
Combination from Harris.
He has quick hands.
He's shown a lot of stuff here. Bring us the 9 guys who beat him.
No, you don't want to see the 9 guys.
Oh, I know, and one of them was the New York cop, Rick Frazier, who was an embarrassing mandatory opponent for Roy Jones earlier this year in the light heavyweight division.
Yeah, that was when he was 17 years old, had no amateur background, needed the money.
I think he beat Rick Frazier now.
Don't even suggest it.
I know some governing body might decide it's a good idea.
Break.
Oh my goodness. Wrong place for Jeremy to be.
A tactical round, the 7th. It looks less and less likely that Jeremy Williams can rescue himself with a knockout. So now it's in the hands of the scorers for the moment. Still to come, Lou Savarese, 39 wins, losses only to George Foreman and David Izon. Savarese against Michael Grant tonight in what he thinks is a great spot for him.
You gotta do your basics now. Work off your jab. Everything is right hand. Don't worry about it. Right hand. Think so? Forget about it.
You use that left hand, use the right hand only when you have to.
Yeah. Work your jab.
Don't even think about it.
Hold this back there, man.
All right.
Use that. Keep off the rope. Keep off the rope.
Jab.
And throw it straight right
Use
here.
the jab, use the jab. Double jab right hand. A lot of double jabs right hand. Double jab right hand.
Here you see a clean right hand by Maurice Harris. More of a hook than a cross, but effective no matter what you call it.
He told his corner just now he thinks he's broke his right hand.
Harris did?
Yes.
Believes he's broken his right hand, huh?
That's what he said.
Well, he's landed enough of them.
If he just stays at range and the scores aren't out of whack, his chances look pretty good.
Yep, but he still has to avoid Jeremy's big punches. Jeremy's a big puncher.
Trying to get even bigger.
I know it. He has to feel desperation at this point.
Well, you heard Ronnie Shields asking for a lot of double jabs and right crosses. Jeremy trying to follow that instruction. One of those high contact fights that reminds you just what a tough business heavyweight boxing is.
Push down, no pushing up.
Punishing Williams to the body with the left hand is Harris. Doesn't seem terribly anxious to throw the right hand. Doubling and tripling up with the left to score points against Williams.
When the last time you seen a heavyweight throw triple left hooks? But you can't.
Ali, maybe?
Maybe, but you can't count Jeremy Williams out. He has a lot of heart, and he's going to.
No, and I think Williams' chances improved because clearly Harris Harris doesn't much want to throw the right anymore. He's not throwing it with the same authority. Harris kind of slapping with the right. Yeah, he's slapping with the right hand.
He doesn't want to throw it hard because it must be hurting him pretty bad.
As he tries to protect his right hand, Harris, as Roy Jones pointed out, doubling and tripling up with the left hand and showing you yet another dimension of his remarkable potential. Remarkable only because we didn't know much about him before.
Good left uppercut he's hitting Jeremy with, too.
His corner is insisting to us that his right hand is fine, but he didn't fight in that round as though his right hand was fine, although he did well using the left.
Sit down, Maurice. Sit down, Maurice. You look like legs out. Kick legs out. Look like a champ. Kick your legs out. Kick your legs out. Look like a champ. Over here. Give me give me a nice sponge.
Yeah, out of water. We're going to get you out of the water. We're going to get you some water. We're going to get water, baby. Don't worry about nothing. We're going to take care of it.
Yeah. Look, don't throw his neck. Don't hold his neck.
Well, you stick behind the floor, okay?
Put your head over here. Put your head over the bucket.
Okay.
All right, Big Mo? Yep. Now listen, Mo, this guy doesn't listen. What I want you to do is jab this guy. You can't miss your jab. Okay. I don't know why you're not throwing jabs more. Where's the mouthpiece?
There you see where Harris landed a right hand in an earlier round, and you saw him sort of try to twirl his right hand as though he had hurt it at that instant. That may have been the punch in which he punched himself out.
By CompuBox numbers in round 7, Jeremy Williams only threw 34 punches. That's well below the heavyweight average. He needs to be busier if he's going to have a chance to turn the tide and come back. Round 9 of a scheduled 10. We'll give you Harold Letterman's scorecard at the beginning of the last round so you can get your bearings on where Letterman believes the fight stands. And let's give it to you now. Harold, how do you have it through 8?
You know, Jim, I think Maurice Harris is running away with it. 78, 73, 6 rounds to 2, Maurice Harris. Jim, I think he won the last 5 rounds in a row. I mean, he's the cleaner puncher, the sharper puncher. Good defense by Harris. He's not getting hit much. He's the aggressor. Maurice Harris winning the fight big.
Sure what's happening with Jeremy Williams. He just took one of those Oliver McCall walks away from Harris as though he wasn't interested in the fight anymore, and then Harris banged him twice with the left hand and knocked Williams back into the ropes. And Jeremy just not busy enough to mount the necessary rally.
Great. That's nice.
Maurice Harris has only gone 10 rounds once. That was in his loss to Larry Holmes. Most of his 9 losses are TKOs. And by his own admission, in most of those fights, he quit. There's no quit in Harris tonight as he appears headed toward a possible giant upset of Jeremy Williams.
Jeremy Williams looks like an old 26-year-old fighter here. The only place he can go from a defeat like this, if the fight goes the rest of the way, is back home to his jewelry business in Long Beach.
And based on the Jeremy Williams we've seen tonight, taking another hammering with the left hand from Harris. If Hasim Rahman doesn't, in fact, have an injury, and he dropped out of this fight because he thought there was some danger in fighting Williams, he must feel like a fool.
Well, he might not want to fight Maurice Harris either, though.
Nope. He wouldn't have had to fight Maurice Harris. The date was with Williams.
I don't think the best 230-pound, 235-pound heavyweights are going to be afraid to fight Maurice Harris. quick as he is with his hands. Let's keep in mind that Jeremy Williams does not have a great chin. He's been hit on that chin on numerous occasions by Harris, and he's still standing.
Ninth round is another big round for Harris. And it would now appear that Williams is desperately in need of a 10th round knockout to avoid a disastrous defeat.
Jeremy, no. Do I have to tell you that you're way behind in the fight? Huh? Do I have to tell you that? Huh? Now listen, come on.
The only way you can win is by a knockout. You gotta go out
throw punches at the fucking guy.
Where's the right hand?
I don't care why you hit him at. Just let the fucking hands go.
Just don't go for the knockout.
Don't go crazy, you know what I mean? You get a shot, you take it.
Way ahead of the game. Point
So it's easy on the ice.
All right.
Okay.
Last round, touch gloves, champ.
Punch fast with the guy. Throw right hands at the guy.
You gotta go
hands
round, champ.
and back and hook.
Touch gloves.
Hey, you gotta go for broke on his head.
Come on, this.
Mo, pay attention, Mo.
A bad idea whose time may have come. Open scoring was recently approved by the New York State Legislature. We don't know if we'll ever see it, but the crowd here certainly doesn't need open scoring to know who's winning this fight.
Jeremy Williams, by CompuBox numbers, only threw 19 punches in the 9th round. That's a give-up punch output. It was a give-up round for Williams. And you heard the anger that it elicited from Lou Duva and Ronnie Shields, who told their fighter in no uncertain terms that he's lost the fight unless he can produce a knockout.
I think he's coming to look for the knockout this round.
Those kidney punches, break.
And after looking totally out of gas in the 3rd and 4th rounds, Harris has acquitted himself rather well in the second half of the fight.
Yes, he has.
Another landed right cross. And that's the most authoritative right hand Harris has thrown since he seemed to hurt it a couple of rounds ago.
I've heard of Cutman in the corner. Maybe he's got a surgeon in the corner.
A metacarpal man.
I think that was more of a slap, though, because if it would have been a ball of fish, he'd have knocked Jeremy down with that punch, and maybe out with that punch.
Might have knocked him out of the ring with that punch.
Yes.
Come on, let's go.
Williams not doing much. Shields and Duva asked him where the heck were the left hooks and the right crosses. And midway through the round, you got to ask the same thing. Where's the rally?
They're in the past for Jeremy Williams. Mo better Harris has something of a future. It's hard to say exactly what.
So more and more, it looks as though we'll go 10 full rounds. And Maurice Harris will wait to hear the scorecards in anticipation of a big upset win. Unanimous decision is what it ought to be over Jeremy Williams. Williams bouncing away and walking away from his chance to be a serious contender in the heavyweight division, because this finishes that for the time being.
Yeah, he's not fighting like a guy who's desperate and who needs a knockout to win the fight.
No, he just wants to get out of here alive. He survived.
Even if he were to get an outrageous gift decision, he did nothing to improve his stock as a heavyweight contender. Maurice Harris came out of nowhere.
Good fight, Jeremy.
No, he came out of Newark, New Jersey.
Good fight.
Well, and some... No, never mind.
Good fight, Maurice. Man, you got it. Thank you, sir.
Once again in round 10, Jeremy Williams threw 19 punches. So in the 9th and 10th rounds,
I mean, I just got
Williams
crazy.
had nothing
Like
and
say,
no chance to come
all
back.
praise is due to Allah. And the Prophet Muhammad, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him.
Seemed like you had him hurt. Nice fight, gentlemen. Tough to get him out at the end.
Real tough.
Because you had a short notice.
I think I broke my hand.
When do you think you broke it?
I think earlier on, like the 4th, 5th round. We got 3 days notice.
Both fighters are Muslims. Neither uses his Muslim name in the ring. But the winner will be praising Allah. And for Tommy Parks and company, their corner, hoping that they've scored the big upset over Jeremy Williams. Well, certainly CompuBox numbers would tell you they have. Total punches, Harris landing 58 more, throwing 67 more, landing at an 8% higher rate of connection. Power punches, more one-sided numbers in favor of Harris, almost doubling Williams in the landed department, throwing 82 more, landing at an 8% higher percentage. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the Budweiser scorecards. Fred Ucci scores the bout 98-91. Steve Weisfeld has it 98-90. And Melvina Lathan scores it 99-89 for the winner by unanimous decision, Maurice "Mo Better" Harris.
He certainly Mo better tonight, and he can look forward at the very least to making some money in this game.
More better money than he's been making.
$40,000 was his biggest purse. I think maybe he has to build himself up a little bit, Roy. Add 5, 10 good pounds, take his time in a couple of years. Still only 23. Maybe he can make a mark.
All right, thank you very much, Larry Merchant. So it's a huge win for Maurice Harris, who takes the fight this past Tuesday, comes in here with literally 4 days to get ready to fight Jeremy Williams. Williams an overwhelming favorite against a guy who had a record of 14 wins, 9 losses coming in. Make it 15-9 and call him the best 15-9 fighter in the division, as Williams's star plummets and Harris's suddenly